Whenever we all rely on one thing, and that one thing goes down,
everything goes.
Everything goes. Have we not learned? Have we not learned about Skynet and how like Skynet's too powerful?
Bro, they had to remake those movies now because we're at the point where we could actually stuff can actually happen.
Yeah.
But since they're like so old and back in the day, all these kids don't know what it is. They don't know Skynet is.
Yeah, there's an actual like what was it? There was something. I mean, like there's some of these movies that are based on things like AI kind of taking over and get it, but it's like now it's becoming a different kind of reality. Now that AI actually exists and the technology actually exists, it does need to be remade. They're like, oh no, it's not like they're gonna be robots. It's the fact that they could like shut down all the banks or something.
Ultron was a perfect example.
Yeah, it kind of was. That's kind of what we're waiting. He's gonna take human form, or he's gonna make a body. Yeah, and he's gonna shut down all.
Which
everything.
I think that Chucky remake was something like that. It was.
Did you not watch any of it?
I didn't watch that remake one with Aubrey Plaza. My little brother did.
No, you're talking about the TV show.
I've seen a little bit of the TV show. But the movie.
Okay, no, I hadn't.
In the movie, it's actually an AI. Like they took out the voodoo stuff.
Oh,
so it's just like
recent?
It's just like an AI that wrote. I can't remember how long ago it was. I think it was pre-COVID when it came out.
Okay.
But yeah, they remade it with Aubrey Plaza. But the whole thing was it was an AI that kind of just went rogue or was like programmed to like kill or something. I don't know, something with the program and somebody hacked it. So it took out like for me it was just like. Well, that's like the whole purpose of the movie, man.
That ain't scary, man. Come on.
That ain't scary. Give me magic. Come on. Magic.
Magic is scary, bro. I'm talking straight up voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can explain that. We can kind of explain AI a little bit. Actually, no, I have no idea. AI is, for me as an old man. AI is like magic, dude. How's it doing this? It's doing voodoo in the computer voodoo.
Is that a wizard?
AI, is that his name? No, I watched the TV show Chucky, and the Chucky show is actually not bad. Like it was like a legit, like not just like a it's scary. Like it was an actual like good show.
Yeah,
I don't know. I never read any reviews to see what other people thought about it, but I only watched a little bit of it because it was on like USA, and I got too many streaming services, dude. Like, come on, now I gotta have a USA streaming service.
Bro, it's ridiculous. It's basically like it's funny because like now that you can bundle what is it? Hulu, Disney, and something else,
and ESPN,
and like it's getting back. It's rotated back into what TV.
I mean,
all in one package thing.
It really is, dude. Like all I'm waiting on is for QVC to have a streaming service. You know what I'm saying? Like Home Shopping Network. Like all
Give
the
me
channels.
That HGTV.
They're like Paramount has its own streaming service. All of these ones that have actual streaming. The reason why we cut the cord is because like there are all those channels that are like filler that you don't even want.
Yeah, they're just there.
But now they're gonna have their own streaming service of all the channels that nobody wants to watch. You just kind of skip through, just so I can like just skip through those channels. I'm gonna go to that app that has all the streaming channels and just go.
Well, they did it the smart way now because they each have one show that you had to have that if you want to watch that.
It's
like
Ted
I want to watch
Lasso
this show, but I had to have this in order to watch it.
Yeah, I got Apple TV to watch Ted Lasso, and that was about it. And then Paramount had that Western show. Was that one that everybody was watching? Yellowstone. Paramount had Yellowstone. Like you just gotta have the one show and like put it behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it! Anyway,
pay-per-view coming back.
Yeah, it is. It really is, dude. It's like, and you thought you're like saving money because you were like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pay for this one thing. And
and then I would get.
Like, dude, YouTube. I've already talked about it before, but YouTube used to have like a really cheap subscription. And it was like $5, and it just got rid of the commercials. $5, and you got rid of the commercials on YouTube. Dude, that was so good. Now it costs $20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny now because you either get that, but then like each channel you subscribe to, they have another, I guess, where you can become a member of that channel and get like more videos, like behind the scenes or unedited or a bunch of extra stuff that the creator has for themselves. On YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you could dude, it's just never ending, man. Just stop taking all my money, dude. Oh my gosh, I want some of my money.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but
let me have some.
Yeah, just want to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what do you got? I got like 15 subscriptions, and every now and then I get to eat a lunch.
Yeah. I could buy a piece of bread.
I could buy a piece of bread, but I get to watch all my shows, all the shows you want. Speaking of shows, Joe.
Speaking of shows,
I'm lost. I'm lost, Joe Angel. Find me.
Find me.
I was laying down when I took these notes. I'm so tired, dude. I was like this. The paper was like this. Usually, you know how you hold your book up and you're looking at it, dude. I was like writing sideways. I'm like, I'm hoping
you weren't even looking at where you're at.
I was like, I hope this is in a straight line. It's not. They don't make sense. I might have to. I need to proofread this stuff first. I was like, I'm writing over the same thing. I was like, man, I write on a book that doesn't have any lines, so that helps. So it's like, but everything looks wild, dude. It makes no sense.
It's like, did you ever see that one video of the guys that wake up from a binge night and they're all like, we reinvented the wheel? It's like,
oh no,
they got trashed the night before. They all wake up to all these notes and diagrams and stuff for guys, we reinvented the wheel. What? How does it even work? You said you do quantum physics. I know.
I'm so tired. No, I have not seen that. That sounds funny though. Practically, I've got notes here that are about quantum physics, quantum physics notes. Nothing about the show that I just watched.
I did tired yesterday too. I think I only got 2 hours of sleep.
Oh my gosh, that's no good, Joe. Yeah, and I went to sleep too late too. Yeah. Woke up too early, so here we are.
We are.
Both of us sleep deprived, making no sense.
Just heads talking.
Just a talking head. It sucks. Joe Angel, never grow up, bro.
Don't grow up, guys.
Don't grow up, guys.
There's one thing you want to learn.
Whatever you can do.
Peter Pan.
He made it. He made sense, dude. If there's got to be a way. I'm trying to think. Let's see here. To be a kid forever, maybe if you got if there was an adult, if there was some way to be in school and have people take care of you, some sort of government assisted camp.
I think it's called a nursing home.
Yeah, that costs money, Joe Angel, and all my money's wrapped up in subscriptions. I can't go. I gotta have my Netflix. Oh snap! All right, let's do this. Which one are we gonna do first?
The archery, Tsurune.
Okay, hold on. Give me. Talk to yourself, Joe. I'm gonna try to see if I can read some of these notes. First one, Japanese. Okay, hey, these are words. These are words. Yeah.
To make it out. It's
dang it.
The hieroglyphics. Did you mix notes?
Okay.
Did you all write it on the same page?
No, I'm just looking at the synopsis that I wrote down, and I didn't finish it, so...
You lip-seed yourself?
Yeah, I did, as a lip-seed myself. Okay, I'll just...
Boy shoots arrow.
That's it. That's the whole show. You made the show 3 minutes long, Joey. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna finish it up here. All right. It's a little on the nose, but I fixed the synopsis, so...
Got it.
It's all right.
Got it. Yeah. All
right. Wash the sleep out your eyes.
Wash sleep.
Put a shirt on. And let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. All right. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime News Podcast. It's me, Joangel, with my co-host Sal, and we are here talking about some more sports anime, guys. And
we're doing it. Wait,
it's early in the
did
morning
you
right now, guys.
did you look at me and you thought, oh, Sal fell asleep? My eyes were closed. I'm awake, George. I'm awake.
I'm awake and
And you know
alert.
what? Anime Me is a podcast where we teach you how to love and watch anime one episode at a time.
One episode at a time, guys.
And you know what? We out here. CrowdStrike didn't take us down.
Didn't take
You
us
know what I'm
down. They ain't
saying?
no stopping us.
I got rid of the AI that's inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know that Neuralink, right? Like
The
Neuralink
Neuralink, yeah.
there's got to be like some sort of antivirus in there.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's
you
some
get.
kind of firewall.
I'm gonna have to call in sick. Oh, I gotta call in sick, man. My CrowdStrike had an update.
They took me down, man.
My antivirus went down, man. I'm staying in bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm prone to get COVID easier because my antivirus CrowdStrike went down in my head. I mean, it's
It's
gotta be the thing.
crazy the show because it shows everybody in the world that all it takes is one thing to take everything down.
I know, right? And now, and hackers are like,
Yeah,
yeah, you know what? Actually, this sounds like if I just,
they
and then
realized
they're
how
cut.
easy it was.
Yeah, hey, you know who didn't get shut down? Southwest Airlines. You know
Hey,
why?
they were
They were running
going.
in Windows 95, bro.
Yeah,
You can't.
they never updated.
They don't even have the decency to go to
Yeah,
XP. You can't go to Southwest can't afford XP.
yeah.
First they get rid of the peanuts and now they ain't got an antivirus. Come on, man.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Same
All
tried
right,
and true.
what anime are we watching today, Joe Angel? What sports anime? Sports anime. That's where we at. The
We
Olympics
with
are
the
doing
sports.
things.
They're doing things, and this show is doing things because
Yeah, it's
things
doing
it's doing is archery style.
archery. I
Archery,
mean,
yeah.
straight up. How do you pronounce the name of this show?
Tsurune?
Tsurune?
Tsurune.
Tsurune?
Tsurune. And I had to
Okay.
I gotta focus on it because I had to
It's got that silent
to
T.
try not to use Spanish it. Because naturally,
Yeah.
Mexicans we roll in R's
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Asurane. Asurane?
that's how you knew Tony the Tiger was Mexican, man, because he was always rolling his R's.
He is. He definitely is. Hey, that's why we have that blanket, the blanket with the
Yeah,
tigers
with the
on it.
tiger. That's something right
We got a connection. There's a connection here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me one of them blankets and give me a bowl of cereal
there. Yeah,
with my homeboy Antonio the
Antonio.
tiger.
The tiger. And that's a street name too. Tiger. A
It
tiger.
is. A tiger. Los tigers.
Los
Los
tigres.
tigres. Los tigres.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give us a synopsis for Tsurune.
It's movie.
Okay. By the way, I had to finish writing the synopsis because they gave me the ellipses.
Yeah.
I watched the show and I'm like, you know what? They're
I don't
trying to
need this.
skirt around this. Yeah. I'm gonna be straightforward with
It's
this
like,
thing. This is exactly how it happened on the show. Minato. Oh wait.
yeah.
Yeah, but the way they said it in the show, I was like, oh, I gotta remember how to say it. I'll just say it the way I'm gonna say it like a Texan. You know what I'm saying? Or pronounce it
Yeah.
the way I want to. Minato first watched Kyoto Japanese archery with his mother, where he was enchanted by the sound of the bowstring. When he first arrives at Kazeme High, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Kazume, huh?
Kazeme High School, everyone expects him to join the Kyoto Club. But Minato is haunted, and this is where I just put it in there. Minato is haunted by the death of his mother. I don't think that's in the synopsis, but that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's on the nose. I know it's too early for us to be, skirting and trying to be like mysterious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how it
I'll
is.
tell you straight up.
This man's got PTSD and he can't do it. Okay, let's see here. I mean, that's what I think. I don't know what's happening, but he's like a young boy watching, archery. Then he gets like he's actually good in middle school, and then he's in high school. And there's a point in the beginning of the show he picks up his shirt and you see a scar. And so I'm like, if memory serves correctly, most animes, somebody gotta die.
Somebody got that.
It's got to be the mom or the dad. Somebody, and it's usually the mom, right, Joey?
And anime and Disney, man. Somebody got to die. There
Somebody
can't be
got to
two
die.
parents.
Yeah, that's too happy.
Yeah.
What do we do? We're gonna just show a show about a regular old life,
About
just
regular
like,
happy family? Nah.
nah, that's boring. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants that.
Get one of them parental figures. Okay, let's see here. What did I write down? Cherry blossoms.
Cherry
We're back
blossom.
at it. We
Back
back
at
at
it.
it. Like
That's how you
we're
know it's
back.
Japan.
Yeah. We in school. Cherry blossoms. I meant to look this up because I'm like, there is cherry. They put cherry blossoms in these anime shows,
Yeah.
like as if they're all the time. But cherry blossoms are not all the time, Joe. They like bloom at
Nah.
a certain time,
Yeah, it's
and
like a
then they're
certain
gone.
season,
Yeah,
and
maybe it's the beginning of
they
school.
like,
Is it the
yeah.
beginning of school
I
that
think
cherry
so
blossoms?
because the way, as far as I know, Japanese school years start in the spring
Okay,
because
it may.
technically, like their school year is longer than ours because I think they only have
Uh-huh.
like a 2 week vacation in the middle, and then they go. I think it's all in springtime. I think maybe April or May is when
Okay.
it happens.
Yeah, I think it may be May because
Yeah,
it may we took a trip like just not too long ago to the Pacific Northwest,
yeah,
and in Portland, I believe it's Portland, there's like a strip right there, like by the water, by the ocean or by a river. They have all these cherry blossom trees that's been planted, and now it's like
yeah,
become a like a celebration there because
yeah,
there was like the Japanese internment camps that were there
yeah,
during World War II, I believe, and to commemorate, this thing and to have some sort of goodwill and some sort of connection, they've like kind of commemorated like what they did and kind of acknowledged that wasn't so great
yeah.
and have these Japanese cherry blossoms. Well, we get there just a little bit after.
After
Like they had
everything, yeah,
just, yeah, I think it was probably like middle of May maybe, and we got there
yeah,
late May, and we got over there and we're like, oh, let's go watch these cherry blossoms. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a
yeah.
whole celebration. And then you show up like they're gone, man. The cherry blossoms,
Gone,
they out
done.
of here.
They out of
They
here.
call it in. You know what I'm saying?
They called
Like
it.
they called in, they was sick. We had just missed it. But anyway,
Yeah,
we're at school. Oh, I also wrote down that this is pretty low key, this intro. The
yeah,
intro is like very chill. Like, I'm used to seeing
yeah.
people run. There was nobody
Run,
falling from the sky. Yeah,
flying,
flying. No one holding
something going on.
hands.
Yeah,
No, it was just like we're watching people at practice, bro. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
They
That's all
practice
it was. They practice
it.
it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the show about? Archery. What are they doing in
Archery,
the intro? Archery.
archery.
Like,
What are they doing after archery?
archery. What do they eat? Arrows.
Arrows.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all this show is, man. It's straight up
Oh, it
archery.
is.
It looks really good too, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know. You notice how
really well
like
drawn.
isn't it
Like crisp,
really like
clean.
like the way a Japanese archer would be
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna pay attention to every detail.
yeah.
It's gonna be very like
Super.
meticulous. It
Yeah,
is. It is really beautiful. Like I love the way they I forget what the name of it is, but when you draw and you don't like fully connect some of the lines. So like if you were to
yeah,
draw it's the line there's I think it may be a Japanese word for it now that I think of it, but the line comes and goes. So like if
yeah.
you draw a line and like I say a circle, instead of like connecting the entire
There's
circle,
those little gaps.
yeah, there's a little bit of a gap. The line kind of appears and
Yeah,
disappears very softly, and they've done this with the show, which gives it this kind of like delicate.
yeah.
It's very delicate. It's
It's very
very
like delicate, like soft with especially with
hmm
the coloring, the
yeah, the coloring
painting. Like it was
is
all like really done well.
it's beautiful, dude. Like it's
Yeah.
like it really is a work of art. Also, there was a dog I was worried for a second, Jojo. You know what I'm saying? Like that dog shows up, and then I was like, I'm waiting for
So
some
man's gonna
man.
kill this dog. He's gonna
No,
shoot it with the arrow.
no, no, that's no, we can't be too happy. No, I was waiting for this dog to bark like a man. He's gonna go bark,
Bart.
bark, lay dog. I'm
There's
like,
got
come on,
one
man.
guy doing every dog.
Like get the dog man in here.
Get the dog.
Nah, they couldn't afford it because the dog didn't bark one time.
Nah, can't
And
even
now,
afford
now
that.
they saw one other anime and they're like, cut it. We can't do it.
Good.
These
Can't do
these dog sounds are not real.
it. Yeah. Just show the dog. Then you don't need to talk.
I was not completely lost. This show is like, is this slice of life?
Yeah, I would say slice of life, of course,
Well,
sports, a little bit of like drama esque.
yeah,
Essentially, it boils down to he lost. It was like the beginning of Blue Lock,
yeah,
because the beginning of this, he's at a competition in middle school, and he gets what's known as target panic.
yeah.
So
I
he
saw that.
misses his shot, and then that just like basically completely dismantles him. And so he like basically quits archery, gets into high school, and then they're like trying to get him back onto the team.
Okay. So,
So
well, I was thinking that it was he, what I could gather, because we don't know yet. Like, he's
yeah,
carrying around a bag. There's some sort of, treasures in the
yeah,
bag. And it seems like his mother, well, it's not seems, they explain it later that his mother passes away.
yeah,
Because he's reunited with some old friends, and his old friends are like, "We're doing the archery club. Let's do
yeah,
the archery club." And he's like, "I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm done." But for some reason, for me, it felt like it was like, oh well, the archery and his mother was a connection. Then his mother
yeah,
passes away. I feel like maybe they were in a car accident. She dies, and he's just like, "I can't do it." But I also thought, like, because they also flash back to him, like,
yeah,
yeah, he has target panic. But I was like,
yeah,
was that like around the same time that his mother passed away, or did this happen and then that happened,
yeah,
and so he finds a connection and he can't do it anymore? Not exactly sure, because we only
yeah,
watched the first episode, but it's a serious show. Like, I was like,
yeah.
I think I wrote down on here, wait, am I invested in this? What is
Right,
happening?
that's
Like,
it.
I don't know anything about Japanese archery except for it's pretty dope,
It's pretty dope. Yeah, the big
right?
bow,
The
the
big bow, the like the outfit, even the
yeah,
drip.
the
I
drip.
want one.
It's so
I want
drippy.
this. I want this archery outfit, dude. Like, can I get out there and get some, like, I want some Japanese jinkos is what
Yeah.
I would, saying? The Japanese jinkos. I want some of them Japanese jinkos. Like, it looks like a dress, skirt, pant thing happening. It's flowy, and some of them, the other thing I also love, which we haven't talked about ever, the fact that you got to take your shoes off when you go into any building.
any,
You know what I'm saying?
any
Like,
building, any house.
get the dogs out. I'm here for it. I love being barefooted, and I want some of these. What are those bamboo mats?
Oh yeah, the Tommy
That's
mats.
what it looks like. Oh
Yeah,
no, that's not a Tommy. Yeah, they
that's fine.
are. Those that's what they are. But no, in the studio that they go into, it's like all wooden
Oh
floors.
yeah, yeah, the wooden plank. Yeah,
And the whole thing, I was like, dude, this place is like, how this
yeah,
place is nice. What a freaking high school. Like, they're like in high school, and they've got this amazing facility,
yeah.
and they're shooting like for real legit arrows. Is this a real thing? You think they actually have this in like their schools? It's if
I
they
would say
do.
yeah.
I mean, because we could barely even keep the chess club. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the chess club was just in one of those. What
Was
is
those
it? The
portable buildings?
It wasn't a it wasn't a double wide. You know what I'm
Just
saying? They
over
put a
wide
double
mat.
wide like, you go outside and sweat in that class. That's where you're gonna do your archery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Archery.
you got
Oh,
we have a suction cup at the end of our arrow. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I loved his, like, the different guys in there, like his friends, the guy who's like crazy,
Yeah.
energetic, and like
Yeah.
rearing to
I,
go.
I
Because I
I do like the when they all meet back up, because that guy, the energetic guy, is
yeah.
Ryohi.
Hmm.
He comes up. At first they don't know it. They're just like,
Hmm.
who's this guy? And he's like, oh hey, it's me. And they're like, oh snap. And it's
Yeah,
that
he
thing of like, you leave for a summer and you come back and suddenly your friend's like 6 feet tall.
yeah, they didn't
It's
even
just like, wait,
recognize
how'd
him.
you get so big?
Dude, I remember that being a real thing. Like, they went from middle school to high school, and then between the summer, somebody shot up like a
This kid
whole
became a
foot.
grown man.
Yeah, they're like, whoa. Except for he's still a child. Like,
Yeah.
he still has this like childlike, he looks like a man, but he's still
Yeah.
like, I want us to be friends and come, let's I want to be on the archery team, and you got to do it with this, and like, he's really gung ho and stuff. And he drags him to the Kyoto club, and he agrees to kind of sit in the back, and they're
Yeah.
like, get up there. And, oh man, I was hoping that he would like show out.
Show out. Yeah.
But I do love that thing. He talks his friend. He talks. What's his name? Ryohi.
Ryohi? Yeah, Ryohi.
He talks Minato into coming to the club,
Yeah.
even though he had it kind of made up in his mind. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
do.
I ain't doing
I'm
this. Yeah.
I'm not doing the archery club. And he's like, you got to show up. There's girls there and they're being weird. They're just being girls, bro.
They're just
Like
being
they,
girls. They're girls in high school, right?
they're girls in high school. They're not being weird. They're just kind
Yeah.
of standing there. I didn't. Do you know what are they saying? Is it? I've never heard this because as many times as we watch all these things, and I've had to watch these in dub. This one made me watch it in sub. Jojo, you made me watch it in sub. This is why you got to walk me through it. But they go meha,
Yeah.
meha.
Yeah, that was when so that kid Nanao,
Uh-huh.
I guess he's like the popular kid in school.
Yeah.
So that's like they're like I guess his groupies, you would say, or like
Okay.
the girls that are infatuated with him. So
Uh-huh.
and he like you can tell he kind of knows that. So he just it's like it seemed like he was something he just made up just to like see and have them
Oh,
do it.
so it's not like that's not like a ni hao or
No,
you know
no, no,
like
no. It's not like that. It's just one of those things like how like pop idols and stuff will do like some little signature thing or whatever, just be like,
okay,
just
okay.
interact with the crowd or whatever. So something
Okay,
like
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like this is a new word I'm learning. I'm learning Japanese, Jojo. I'm not. I'm not. Let's see here. What else do I have for us, man? The scary face friend was pretty funny. He even calls him his scary face friend. Like, this is my
Yeah,
scary
scary
face
face.
friend. I love that, dude. Did you watch any more of this? Am I off base as to knowing what truly happened? Because they leave it a mystery. We're like
Yeah.
kind of watching. Minato gets up, he puts it into the ground, he puts the arrows into the ground. Like, not, it's not great, not a good
One after
showing.
the other. Yeah.
And he seemed like he was kind of legit because
Yeah.
everybody kind of knows him, right? They all kind
Yeah.
of like, all right, like let Minato get up. We know that he's like legit and he's good. And I wouldn't. And the teacher's like, get up and show these
Yeah.
kids, how he's a
Like
veteran. He,
you
you
used to
know,
be somebody.
yeah, yeah,
Show
yeah.
me
Get
you
in
were.
there. Show him who you are. Yeah, and he's not great. He's
Yeah.
shaky, but it's all very meticulous and it makes me feel like this is whoever has done this show, whoever drew this show, or whoever, wrote the show. They know like the ins and outs. I mean, you have
Yeah.
to if
Yeah.
you're gonna show this kind of level of like, like
Detail and
detail. He's like,
especially with the script and with the writing, like the dialogue and stuff, because
mm-hmm,
the teacher's explaining
yeah,
every step of this form of archery, just
yeah.
killed it. And he's just like, you
The
had to
form.
bow, you had to step.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Yep.
explaining every step, and it's like, man, this is super detailed.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
detailed. And he has a terrible showing. He's like, "Look, I didn't want to do this." By the way, everybody gets up and they're all like, before
yeah,
he's just in a regular old like school outfit, and they're like, "Hey, you could borrow my glove. Here's
yeah.
a shirt." And they're like, "Come on, man!"
Yeah.
He's over here trying to like, "Oh, I'm not
He's
dressed to
trying to
do
back out. I
this."
was like, no, I don't even want to be
Yeah,
here.
like now here's a shirt, here's an
Yeah.
arrow, here's you can borrow this. And he's like, "Dang it, dude! I try to
Trying to
get
lay
out,
low, man.
and they suck me
It
back
keeps
in."
pulling me back in.
It keeps pulling him back in. And he goes off and I don't know what he's doing. What happens in the middle? He shows up or he finds himself in the middle of the night at some guy's house. What is that? Because he's just kind of
Uh,
like, is he just wandering?
no, no, no. He goes
Or
back to the school, to the club. I guess
okay,
to try to like because afterwards, he's like, after he fails in the demonstration, like he kind of goes off on the other guy, the mean face guy who's Kaito. Because
yeah.
Kaito's the one's like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, where's your spirit? Like he
Oh
basically comes up
yeah.
and says like, what was that? Like, what are you doing
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there?
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
it's like I didn't even want to.
he keeps asking him like,
Yeah,
have some respect for archery. Like,
yeah.
where's your respect for this form of art?
Yeah,
Like,
and he basically tells her, he's like, I didn't even want to be here in the first place.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he bounces, and so he's going through. We had a little montage of him riding his bike, and just
Mm-hmm.
like all the old stuff's coming back to him. But I think he goes back to the school. I'm assuming to like at least I don't know if he's gonna try again or just to see how he actually feels. And there's this mysterious guy who's there, who's like the
A
coolest guy
G.
ever right now, dude.
He is, dude.
He's
Hey,
so cool
he's.
looking.
I was trying to think. It's like, does that coat that he's wearing only have one sleeve, or did
I
he
think
just
he
pull
does
the
the
other
thing where
sleeve
he just
off?
pulls the other sleeve off
Oh,
and leaves
okay,
the
okay,
one
okay.
on.
I was like,
Which is
hey,
like
I
the
want.
dopest fashion choice. I love when they do that.
Yeah,
So it's
he's
so
so
cool.
drippy, dude. He's so drippy. He's just like, I gotta take this sleeve off, but
Yeah,
I'll leave the rest of the coat on because it's kind of
yeah.
nippy
It's
out. You know what
still
I'm
kind of
saying?
the wind's coming from this side right here.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh snap! I go, do I want one of the? Do I want like a one sleeved coat? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just where it just covers up half of me, and
just
I'm like the
half.
other half. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're
Yeah,
asleep and you're hot in the bed and you just like
yeah.
kick one leg out. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
gotta air.
you know what I'm saying? Like why
Yeah,
not have a coat where it's just like half a coat?
yeah.
I just want the right side, baby. I
The
just want
right
right
side.
side of that coat.
Mm.
But dude, it does look
Yeah,
really cool because he's there and he's got his hair like
yeah.
chilling in the moonlight. He's in the
In the
moonlight
moonlight, yeah.
and he's like so smooth and he's like
Dude, the
sick with
way
it.
it's drawn,
It's
oh,
so good.
dude, so
It's so
good.
good because he hits that first arrow and Manasseh was just watching, but like the
Yeah,
way they like they draw it where it's kind of zoomed up to him and then we
yeah,
follow the arrow down
yeah.
the path. It looks, dude, it looks really awesome. Like I'm like,
Everything looks so awesome, and then we cut to that out, which is just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Like, what is? Oh yeah. And he's freaked out by it because
yeah,
and the owl makes the worst noise too. It doesn't
yeah.
even make an owl. It's just like
So we
ow.
don't have a dog guy, we have an owl guy.
Yeah, we do have an owl guy, and he doesn't know that owls go hoo hoo. Like
Yeah.
I can make a better owl sound than that. And the guy freaks out and sees Minato there. I don't. Did they have an exchange technically? But they don't really. I don't know what he says to
Not
him. Does he?
really. It's like,
He says, "Who are you?"
yes, he says, so who are you? That's
Yeah,
like the first thing he said. He says it in a way, he words it in a way to where they've like been having a conversation.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
all
Like,
like, because that's
what's up,
something
man?
you would say after you like talking to somebody and be like in a line of questioning of like, so who are you? Like
Yeah,
that's like something at the end of a
yeah,
previous conversation,
yeah,
which they didn't
yeah.
have a conversation at all. He's just, who are you? So
Right.
who are you?
So, who is it that you are? I'm like,
Yeah.
how about, what are you doing here?
You
Or,
do. What are you doing
this
here?
is trespassing.
Yeah.
Why are you watching me shoot arrows at,
Yeah.
in the moonlight? You know what I'm saying? Like, by the way,
Which,
the
by the
man
way, is
does not
that man a
miss.
wizard?
He's got to be a wizard. He's got
Because
blue
I've only
hair.
seen, according to Harry Potter, only wizards have owls.
Yeah, he does summon the owl.
Yeah.
And he summons it with some word that I was just like, I kind of laughed at it. He went, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, he went, ooh. And the owl like flew to his arm. Was like, oh, snap. Beastmaster. You know who
He's
Beastmaster
massive.
is. You don't,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know. You're too young. Yeah, the listeners out there, too
The
young.
listeners, though, too. Yeah.
But there's got to be an anime on it. We'll find out. I'll
We'll
explain it
find out.
later, Joe
Yeah.
and Joe, when you're older. But yeah, so I guess you could probably, I mean, is it a spoiler to find out that they were in a car accident or what is this scar on his body? Because you see him lift his shirt up. Minato has a scar on his body, and I'm like, and I think he even thinks about it too. Like whenever they're like, "Are you gonna join the Kyoto Club?" and he goes, "I don't know." He kind of reaches down for his torso and
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do this anymore. But I'm like, did he get in some sort of arrow fight, bro? Like he was out there, like,
He was fighting Legolas, bro.
or maybe a bear came at him. Oh, that's all.
Dude.
Okay, I'm gonna
Bear.
write the next episode or the rest of it. He's in the forest, right? He and his mom is camping. There's a bear that comes at him. He shoots the arrow
Yeah.
at the bear, but he can't kill the bear. The
Yeah.
bear's like claws at him and kills his mom. And he's like, "Well, I promise I'll never shoot arrows again because." Because I can't save my mother from a bear with the arrows. Someone give me a gun. Okay, all right. We've talked about enough about this. Give it to me, Joey. What do we?
Right. So this all stems from a light novel.
Okay,
So
I'm about it.
It was written by Kotoko Ayano, and it had some art by Chinatsu Morimoto. And this came out. First volume of the novel came out in December of 2016.
Okay, wait,
That's
wait.
when it all started.
Remind me again. Light novel, no pictures.
Just words, few pictures, maybe like on the cover
Uh,
and stuff.
I don't
Mostly
know about
words.
that. Okay, mostly words. Maybe.
Yeah, and there's so far there's 3 volumes. From what I can tell, the story itself is still going on. And so it got adapted into an anime in October of 2018.
Okay.
And so there's 2 seasons, both 13 episodes apiece, and then one OVA, which comes in at the end of season one. So at the end of season one, you got episode 1 to 13, and then you have an OVA. And then they also had a movie, animated movie adapted too, called Tsurune the movie, the first shot. And so that came out in August of 2022.
Have
And
you, by the way, have you ever
yeah,
shot an arrow?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so we both have. We
yeah.
know how hard this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is a dub, by the way. It's just
Dang
not
it.
on
What the,
Crunchyroll.
yeah, I was like,
So
is
so
it on
the
high
show,
dive?
yeah, the show is on Crunchyroll and on High Dive. Crunchyroll only has the sub and I think season one,
Hmm.
whereas High Dive has the dub in it with both seasons. So
Man, I thought I had it figured out. I went on Amazon. I go, you know what? I think Amazon has the things that are available on High Dive
yeah,
on here, but you can only watch like the first episode. And I'm
yeah,
like,
just what you
I'm gonna just do the
just
first
need to,
episode
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
And then Crunchy Amazon was like, go watch this on Crunchyroll.
Good
Get
rush
out of
on the
here.
Crunchyroll. Yeah,
What are you
go.
doing?
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
you got it.
You know where it is.
And I'm like, all right, I guess. And
Yeah,
I started watching. I was like, oh man, you know, like I don't want to be like that guy that's only dub or something. But I'm
yeah.
tired, Joe Angel. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
I told
have
you
the energy to read words right now.
to read and write. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I promised myself I'd never read again, Joe Angel. Okay, so 2018 has 2 seasons. Tell me again though, light novel. Is it just a light novel, just like a thin novel? Why is it called why are we making a
Yeah,
distinction
it's just
between
like
novel and light novel?
it's like I think a short
Like almost short story kind of?
short story type of form. They're not like the big books you would see at like a normal bookstore or whatever.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
like, pretty easy reading to get through it. But that was that. And so the actual Kyoto, so that is the actual form of archery they're doing. It's like a traditional Japanese style of
Mm-hmm.
archery. And it's differs from archery here in the West as
Yeah.
far as like I guess the idea of it, which the idea of it, it's more of like associated with kind of like being at peace, serenity, and focus. And it's really like maintaining, like it's like the process and the feeling
Mm-hmm.
of the spirit, versus as like we're here in the West when we think about archery, it's like, all right, I gotta get all these targets and stuff. It's more of like hitting your target, whereas
Yeah.
this one is more about the idea and philosophy about it.
Yeah, it reminded me of like samurai,
Yeah,
culture, where or like, ancient, form of artwork,
yeah,
and you just like you work at that thing, but also it's also a practical thing too. Like
yeah,
they use it, they were hunting or they were protecting a village, and you were
yeah,
like that's what it feels like. There's a
yeah,
connection there that they're trying not to lose and trying to keep
yeah,
it like, at the forefronts of their mind, and also drawing, yeah, like you're saying,
yeah,
like, there's something about controlling your breath,
yeah,
and there's something about like giving respect to the form,
yeah,
because that's what Rio he keeps kind of like coming back to, like,
yeah,
have some respect for this form, like this is
yeah,
like, have some respect for like archery and its history, and it's
yeah,
like, Kyoto is not something to be taken lightly. Like you need to be in it, and you need
yeah.
to really respect it. And we're over here like, I'm trying to go to the Olympics, baby.
Just hit the target, bro. I'm trying to get that
Hit the
gold, man.
yeah, I'm about that gold,
I'm
son. You
about
know what I'm
that
saying?
gold, son.
Right? Are they doing archery in the Olympics? I don't know. I don't know. Right? Like,
Yeah, I think they do.
well,
Yeah,
I think they do it, but
yeah.
the archery that the rest of the world is doing, I don't think they're doing it this way. Or is,
I don't.
I
I
wonder. You
think
know what
they
I'm
do. I'm
saying?
not
Like,
sure. Yeah, I know. I gotta watch it. I
I
gotta
gotta
remember
look.
it.
I gotta remember to watch it and go like, is this the same? Like, because are you gonna go? It's a different bow. I think
Yeah,
it's like a compound bow, so like it has a different range. You're not gonna,
yeah,
those that they're shooting in the Olympics are gonna be like going like,
yeah,
football field long.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different thing. It's a whole
Yeah,
different world.
it's whole different. because the bow is different itself.
Hmm.
I think the arrows are pretty different too as far as where you're shooting. I'm trying to think because I know there's like the long bows, which I think the long bows are like the more massive, like taller ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's like the bows we see here in the States, like for hunting, like the compound and stuff like that. Those are more for like, their purposes for hunting, so they're more for like focus on, I think, the power and
Hmm.
pressure to like make sure you can get your kill.
Hmm.
But yeah, when it comes like, because we see both archery, you just saying, oh, cool, bows and arrows, it seems pretty easy. But when you actually get into it, it's like on our last episode when we talked about dive, like there's more to it than what you see on the surface because it's like
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
these other little things to it.
Once again, I'm a big proponent. I'm a big proponent for having somebody out there who's straight up garbage at that Olympic sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like pull somebody out of the stands and go, "Hey, you try it," and
You
then
try.
they're like,
What was that?
"Okay."
Was it on NTV? The Pros versus Joes. Do you remember that show?
Oh yes, that's what we need. Some
Put
pros
that in the
versus
Olympics.
Joes. There was also something that happened recently where it's like these guys were like dogging kickers on Twitter. They'd be
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Man, he missed that like 25 yard
yeah,
field goal. That's ridiculous. I could have made that in my sleep." And they got those guys to a place. They tricked them to
yeah,
a spot. They go, "Hey, you just won this thing. Come over
yeah.
here." And they go over there and they're like, "Actually, no, you didn't. You're gonna try to
Yeah,
make. Did you say this on Twitter? You said that
yeah.
you could make this 25-yard
You,
field
you,
goal."
you working all that talk. Now it's time to watch.
Yeah, yeah. And they're like, go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah,
And they fail
terrible.
miserably. And they're like, look, you watch what you say, okay? Because this is lot harder than in
I
real life.
remember one time during practice, we just did that for fun. Like we got like the field goal kick set up, and just like everybody just went and tried
And
to make
it
it.
went terribly.
It was terrible,
Gronkowski.
but it was more just like because we didn't really have. It was like the in between of I think playoffs in our season.
Hmm.
So, or I think it might have been after everything. So it was still like dwindling down. So
Hmm.
we're just like, it was kind of just like a fun day for us.
Okay,
And there's
silly.
like, everybody just, we're going to swap positions, offense is defense now, defense is offense, and just,
Hmm.
all that other stuff.
Gronkowski's been in football forever. He still missed that
Yeah.
field goal
He
during the
still missed that
halftime.
shot.
People lost money.
Lost all their
Yeah,
money.
I've tried archery, not like in a serious setting, but just like, you at a campground and they
Yeah,
have some
just,
arrows.
yeah.
And it's super hard, and two,
Mm.
I need that little leather glove that they got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that string if you're not doing it
Oh,
right,
yeah.
it'll like whip the back of your hand.
Oh, yeah.
It is like serious. And yeah. Anyway, it's is that it for the show? Do you got that's all you
Uh,
got for me?
That's all I got. That's all I've been able to find. This is like one of those
Uh,
ones where it's like I got to like dig, dig, dig to find stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, I get apparently it's good enough to do 2 seasons of it.
Mm.
Let's go ahead and walk talk this. Huh? How
Let's
about that?
black talk this. Yeah.
Okay, like I don't want to do a recap, but like this show, we've watched other shows. We've talked about this before. I'm like, maybe I'm not like if it's I'm not the demographic for the show,
Yeah.
it's just not like for me.
Yeah.
But there's something about the way this show did this. They executed the show to where even though I don't know anything about Japanese
Archery.
archery, like they had enough levity because it's a drama. It's serious.
Yeah.
It's a serious show, but there's some funny things that kind of happen.
Yeah.
That helps. Because life is funny, and
Yeah.
so things kind of happen
We
sometimes that
all
are
got
kind
that
of
one
like.
friend that's a spaz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like even though you're going through some things, there's somebody doing something silly. It's just like really well grounded. It's also got this like there's no confusion as to what is happening in the show. Like things are shrouded in mystery, not because they're trying to the way it creates like a light sense of drama is very well done. It's not like
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to talk about it. He's like emotionally scarred and he's already put these things aside that
Yeah.
he's made up his mind. And so like the way they execute all these kind of things in the show, like it's intriguing enough that I found myself invested. I found
Yeah.
myself kind of like, man, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Or how's this gonna shake out? Is he gonna like show out and when he first shoots that arrow, and I'm like, he's gonna show out, but he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I'm good at this, but I don't, and they're gonna beg him into it, but then then he meets a stranger.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really well paced
Yeah.
and executed.
I think because it's something like you would see in anime, or if you watch anime a lot, it's like at that moment when he first goes up, you would figure, all right, he's gonna hit this shot.
Hmm.
We seen it to where like they're kind of there. He has this like lore to him that he's like one of the best. Because even the teacher says, I've heard your form is pretty. It's like great.
Yeah,
You have a good
meticulous.
form, and
Hmm.
so it's like that lore behind him, and so you feel like, all right, he's gonna make it. They're gonna like, oh, you got to do it. But no, it's just like he's still affected by his past and by what
Hmm.
happened. And so he still hasn't gotten over that. It's like in running, when runners hit the wall, they have that
Yeah,
thing where you just see them stop because like, and, everybody else is like, well, just start moving your feet,
yeah,
just
yeah.
get it to catch
Keep
your breath, take a deep breath and just keep going. But it's not, it's like psychological almost to where like you literally feels like there's a wall in front of you that you
you
can't
can't.
go forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and they do a really great job in the show to kind of establish that as a tone. Like there is something there, and you need to keep watching to kind of find out what is he holding in that bag.
Yeah.
Like what happened to his mother. Is he going to like get back into this? Like,
Yes.
where's this all gonna go? Like, I don't know. It just there. I mean, like whoever produced and wrote this, I feel like they could produce and write something else that I would have nothing
In
like
common
no
with.
kind, yeah, but I would still, but the way they executed it, you
Yeah.
go, oh, okay, like I could watch this show,
Yeah.
like I could watch a show about Japanese archery. I feel like I could
Yeah.
do that. So I gotta say that. But the only thing is, once again, it's only 13 episodes.
It's only 13 episodes. 13 for one season, 13 for the next season.
It's not bad. Like I think
Yeah.
I could do it. Maybe if I try it in the dub,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Like I said,
Real,
High Dive has the.
but like, dang it, Joe and Joel, it's starting to get to me.
Did you already get invested in the sub?
I'm in the sub, and like I feel like we watched another show too,
Yeah.
and I watched it in the dub, and I was like, these voices are terrible, and the dialogue is garbage, and they're not connected. I need to watch this in the sub. Dang it, Joe Angel, the freaking sub got me, dude. Like I was
Got him.
like, I get it now. I get
Yeah.
it now. Like I'm starting to understand. Like, oh, like there is a. And maybe that was what it was, like the emotional connection that you
Mhm.
hear and in the words that they're giving, especially in these dramas. In the
Yeah.
drama, like, you kind of feel it a little bit more because there's a little bit more emotion behind that has to have
Yeah.
this to give us the weight of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Him like struggling and him wanting to like, put it all behind him. And so like there has to be a connection in the voice
Yeah.
from the actor to the,
To the
what they're trying to
character.
do
Yeah.
here. But man, I don't know. I mean, do I want to add another show? And is this a show that
Yeah.
I'm going to add
How
to
many
the
arrows are
long
you
list?
shooting?
How many arrows for this show? I mean, gosh, okay. I think it's going to be two things. I'm going to have to give this two different ratings. One, a rating on how good the show is. Two, am I going to
Are
actually
you
watch
gonna
the
watch
show?
it?
Like I think that's two different things because the show can be really good,
Yeah.
but am I gonna continue to watch it?
Yeah.
Because I give this show 5 stars. Like it's a 5 arrow kind of show. It is really well done. It looks amazing. It's for what they're trying to do. I feel like they've executed
Yeah.
something on a very high level that I
Like the pace was
respect.
pretty well done too. Like it
It's
didn't
really well
seem too
paced.
long or so
No,
like.
no. Yeah. I didn't feel like it was dragging. I didn't feel like there was any lulling. I feel like it slowed down right when you needed to slow down. It's just like everything is done very thoughtfully and meticulously. But am I going to continue to watch?
Are you gonna continue to watch it?
It's just maybe not. I mean, I'm like at a 50-50 for it,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I got so many other shows to watch, and can I throw this in there? Yeah. Let's average it out. I'll give it a three
Yeah.
and a half
3.5.
or 3.5 because I could continue to watch it, but I
Yeah.
could drop it. But it's
Yeah.
so good though. It really is.
Yeah. It's
Where are
all
you
gonna
at on
depend
this?
on that second episode.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That is the thing I have noticed about these animes is that you watch the show and you could think that it's okay, and then the next episode starts and it feels like the show actually starts in the second
Yeah.
episode, right?
Yeah.
Am I
It's
like
like
you're
the first is the introduction, get your attention, get you, hey, look
mhm.
at this. This is it. And then second episode, all right, now let's start building.
And they'll explain stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, so this is what happened, and this is who this is, and now we're gonna do this, and now we're like the first episode. Yeah, it's just kind of like get you over there,
Yeah.
and kind of like, but then now we're actually in it on the
Yeah.
second. Yeah. So, I mean, have you watched more of it?
It's like comparing an orientation to your actual first day.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. Back at school, baby.
Back
Back
at
at
school.
school in it. Have you watched more of it, and will you continue to watch more of this show and tell?
I have not watched more of it. I
Mm-hmm.
will probably continue to watch more of it because I do like archery. Like I said, I do
Okay.
like I am a fan of that. Like whenever I play games, MMO games, if there's games I could have bow and arrow, I will go for the bow and arrow.
I get it. I get it.
I think that's just all DNA stuff, ancestor stuff,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bloodline.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
my
you
bloodline
are.
coming back.
Yeah, you a Yaqui Indian, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
You know what I'm
Native
saying?
American, Native
Native
American. Come on, you
American.
know what I'm
My
saying? Like
my
you
feet are
doing
meant
that?
to be bare, dog. These dogs are meant to be out.
Yeah, yeah. I did it. Kindred spirits over here,
Yeah.
baby.
But yeah, I will put this on my list because
All
I
right,
like I
all
said
right.
I do feel like it's gonna be a good story.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Hey, I want you in on this. Next time I see you, I
Mm.
want you in a one
The
sleeve
one
coat.
sleeve coat,
One sleeve coat, you know what I'm saying?
one
Blue
sleeve coat,
lights,
owl on
blue
my shoulder.
hair. And yeah, oh, hey, you're going to this
Convention.
uh convention
Yeah.
soon. This is we found your
This might be the
costume,
fit,
bro.
man.
This
This
is
is my
your
cosplay gonna be right here.
cosplay. This is your cosplay. Yeah, get you an owl. Get you an owl.
Oh
Yeah, boy.
man. And speaking of getting stuff, why don't you give us a 5-star rating, guys? Because this has been the show. This is what we watched. We talked about owls. We've talked about dogs. Let us know what your favorite human animal sound is that you've heard in anime.
There's gotta be one.
There's got to be one, guys.
Uh-huh.
Because for some reason they don't know how to get animals. Yes. Nobody's watching National Geographic and recording sounds. But anyways, head on over to Spotify, Podbean, or SoundCloud and give us those likes, give us those shares, give us those ratings, guys, because that's what helps us out to let us know what you like. And also drop comments and let us know what you do like shows, like movies, because we're all about that here. We're all about watching movies. We're all about watching shows, especially if stuff we haven't seen before. Let us know because, like I said, there's a ton of stuff, and we have barely scratched the surface of what is out there, guys.
Let us know if you watch a show that you know nothing about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
let us know
how to
about
how
those
to
shows, guys.
let us know a show like, hey, I watched Ted Lasso and
Ted
now I'm
Lasso.
in on soccer.
Yeah.
We watched Tsurune
Shit.
and
Now we're in
now we're
on
in.
archery.
So this
Let
is
us
the new
know what
this.
show did that for you guys.
Hmm.
And also let your friends know about this podcast too, that you're trying to get an anime, because that's what it's about, is getting people into the love of anime, into all different shows, what it has to offer, what it all leads to. And in order to do that, you have to share it, guys. So please share the show. And also head on over to Instagram and TikTok where you can find clips of our shows and stay up to date on what we got going on, because guys, in 2 weeks we have a special episode. So you want to be here for
Dose.
that. Dose. I forgot how to say weeks in Spanish. That's early right now. My brain's not working.
I want to say semanas.
So my all right, guys. Well, yeah, just make sure you're sticking around for that. We'll, like I said, head on over. You'll see all our posts about it, and also make sure you share the podcast again and let us know what you like. And this has been Anime Me Pod. I've been Dwayne, my co-host Sal, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace. Balloons.
Balloons again, man.